Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Welcome to the various channels this is on right now. um, my show's been hijacked. My channel's been hijacked by Jordan, the Year Berserker Orem, and Samuel from D-Tech Vision, who I've yet to really be introduced to. So, Jordan, hijack away. I got sick last night as I was going to bed. I'm like, because my wife's been sick for a week. And so I'm just like, last night I'm starting like, no, this is not the right week. I haven't been sick in forever. And then suddenly, great. So I'm going to be a little bit low energy, but I am going to drink some delicious black coffee to try to cancel that. Jordan, take it
Very
away.
nice. All right. Well, I'm glad that you're here and we're starting. As someone who has been on your show and your stream a while ago, it's nice to be back. And thanks
Yes,
for having me.
welcome.
Currently, I'm coming to you live from Europe. I'm in the south of France. Con Lions is about to start, so I'm down in the area there, trying to see who I can talk to as we're building the Empire Builder tools and stack to help creators, builders, and founders go from dream to empire. Samuel, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm probably not as much of an artist as the other two people on this call. I'm more of a technical artist, I'd say. It's like drawing architecture diagrams and like doing code design is more in my world than actual like physical design. So that's more me.
That's an art, and that's important.
Well, depends on who you ask. I'm probably not going to get exhibited in like a museum or something for an architecture diagram unless I'm winning kind of like a Turing Prize or something, which I have no ambition to do.
That's true. That's good. Okay. So the only other person we're waiting for is Matthew Fox. He's running a little bit late, but he's going to join us in the flow. And we're here today to really help Mike launch his new project, launch a new project that has a variety of fun and interesting components. And since we're really what we are doing with Empire Builder and Samuel as well, we're using the different social tools, different on-chain tools like that cryptocurrency blockchain allows to look to create means for generative symbiotic growth and healthy ecosystems for artists, for creators, for everyone who's involved with the tools that we're making and the projects that they're building. One of the things that a lot of people, when they hear crypto, they go, ooh, yuck, gross, because there is a lot that has been ooh, yuck, gross about it. There's a lot of projects that are scams or rugs. There's a lot of companies that are very extractive and just they offer services, but then they take crazy amounts of fees and they don't give anything back to the people. They don't structure in a way that supports the people that are using their tools. And so that's something that my co-founder Adrian, who's in Australia, so couldn't be here right now because he's sleeping. Adrian and I are really looking to address, and that's a void we're looking to fill. So, Mike, do you want to I sent you a visual there. Do you want to drop that into your background? I don't know if it's the right size, but
Let me check real quick. Hold on.
I mean, we have Mike S. Miller's World of Classified is what we've been calling it so far, but we're actually going to let's debut the name right now. You can work on that. I'm gonna go over to the YouTube actually and welcome some people and see if.
I don't know where I'm at.
While you do that, I'm gonna go to the YouTube comments and I'm just going to look through and read some things, say hello to some people. All right. Bizarre Beasts is here. Great empire, the BB Empire. Also incredible content creator. One of the things that I really have seen with his work. I mean, he's an incredible artist. But prolific, but also very strategic, using a lot of different tools, making mini games, dropping NFT art pieces through a lot of different venues. I mean, okay, I guess we're here for the art. We're here to talk about Mike. I'm going to geek out on like the structure and systems and way things are built and the flows around it. But a lot of people are probably going to want to learn about Mike's project and how to support and what the art is and when we're going to drop the token. Because during the live stream today, we're actually I'm going to help Mike deploy his own token for the project, and then we'll build some things onto it. Unless you don't want to, Mike, in which case I can deploy
I'm just trying to figure out where the hell I saved the thing.
Okay. So
you also just literally cut out by in the case you don't want to. It's like, nope, no way.
Yeah. So
yeah, you're running this show. Just ask me questions. I'm not gonna. I can't explain nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna have to do some screen sharing at one point here. It's 6:42. I'm gonna go back to the YouTube comment section and just go through there. Amy with a lot of hellos. Rumble, Builders for the win. Bizarre Beasts, thank you for the shutout. Yes, Melissa, we're going to be launching a token, a crypto token, for Mike's project specifically. And for those that don't know, we're going to be launching it. A lot of this, I guess, it's trying to thread the needle with being technical and not too technical. But there we go, 9 to 5. Win contract. Yes. Okay. So what I was talking about earlier about how the space has a lot of like shady shade and naughty, crappy stuff. What's emerging and has been emerging for a while is tools and systems that are built in a way that is trustless. They work. They've been audited. They've been checked over. They're going to always do the same good thing, and they've been made so that there's no traps in it. And one of the tools that was made that did this, that really highlighted stuff for us, is called Clanker. And Clanker is an AI agent that you can go in Farcaster to. Farcaster is a social network built on chain, so you can do all of these on-chain transactions just in a feed. Like if you're in Facebook or Instagram. Hey, speaking of Clanker, here's Jack Dishman, who is the head of Clanker, the token launching tool that we were just talking about. Hi, Jack. Welcome.
How's it going?
Mike,
very nice to meet you.
You too, Jack. This is sorry, I'm very low energy and I can't figure out what I'm doing, so I'm very confused.
You're good.
I don't know why
big fan of your work. It's really exciting to see artists like yourself dabbling with blockchains.
Oh man, I'm a native. I've been in blockchain since 2017.
Oh wow,
so
that's awesome.
The blockchain is Mike's got time with blockchain, and he's got a lot of experience and knowledge with on-chain elements, and of course a lot of art and artistry. And the part that's a bit more complicated and strugglesome is a lot of the like technical implementation, the dev tool build out. Again, finding devs you can trust that aren't going to be like rugging you. Like, we'll go into those examples. There's plenty of them. Everyone's got them. And again, also the part of like, Samuel, your keyboard I think is loud. Thank you. But also, how do you bridge the gap from an artist wanting to make art to using all of these different tools in a way that can actually support you in making the art? And so that's what we're talking about here. I was just actually talking about how Clanker inspired Empire Builder. So do you want to give a brief, not so technical explanation about Clanker?
Sure. Yeah. So we make launching a crypto asset as easy as sending a cast on the Farcaster context, or a tweet, or some sort of message, whether that's over XMTP, a variety of different token launch experiences. But the thing that we wanted and Jordan, you touched on this earlier, is that, beforehand, you maybe had to pay a dev thousands of dollars to build out these custom contracts and have them audited. And we kind of just unified that into one trustworthy contract there. And yeah, we're in the midst of some V4 here rollout. So I'm partially kind of coding on the side here, but yeah, overall we try and make it as easy as possible to launch a safe and secure token for creators.
Perfect. You've talked about that before. I can tell. It was
And
really good.
I think what Empire Builder unlocks is, that missing piece where it's like, okay, now there's a token in the wild. What next? How do we leverage, our most loyal community members or fans or collectors to really help us drive the mission, or spreading the word about the project or things like that. In that post-launch distribution mechanic is something that I'd love to see, and that's really kind of like I'd say it's almost just as important, or if not more important, than like actually launching the token itself. Because yeah, I think it really just it unlocks so much.
Absolutely. No. And I think that's it taps into the promise of what is possible versus everyone just, throwing money in the casino and just throwing crap against the wall to see what sticks, and nothing really sticks. So
Okay, all that effort I just did really wasn't worth it because we're all covering up the background that I just put on.
well, your background, you're in like a little school room there.
Oh, you meant my background? No,
Mhm.
yeah. See, like this is like
I just meant swap out your background for the visual that announces the name of the project. It's okay. You've been very ill and you're tired, and I'm really glad that you're here, because when I hadn't heard from you 8 minutes before we went live, I was starting to get a little bit nervous.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So we're now 18 minutes in here. Matthew Fox will be joining us at some point, and Push told me to wait a half an hour before launching the token, but I'm sorry, I don't think we're going to wait a half hour before launching the token. Let's see. So I'm going to look at my talking points here. So, yeah, and if people have questions, drop them in the YouTube. I'll go and skim back there and read about it. So there's a few things we're going to be doing. We're going to be launching the token. Mike, are you going to get that visual up, or no? You give up?
no, because this part of my screen.
That's okay. It's okay. So, okay. Well, I'll show a really nice picture of it later. We've got really nice visuals.
I
Okay.
can make it an overlay and cover all of us, but
Sure. Just do that for a little bit so people can see the name and the reveal of the project.
oh, okay.
Your project is called.
Drum roll, please.
That's it. I'm gonna get sore. Mike S. Miller's World of Pangea.
Wow.
And the crowd
Incredible.
goes wild. And in here, we have a few things that we're going to unpack and talk about. Bottom left, we're going to go through the people we see here. Bottom left, this is a knight of Pangea. Next to him, another knight of Pangea. Next to him, that is one of the limited 100 custom commissioned artwork pieces, Heroes of Pangea. That is the second one. That's the Year Berserker, and which makes
You'll
sense.
never guess who commissioned that one.
Who commissioned that? So we're going to be including commissions, and actually one of the things Samuel and I are working on is a tool that will actually directly help all artists, builders, creators who are creating things that can be tokenized to easily handle commissions and make it, again, trustless, on-chain, like the things that Jack was talking about, safe and secure, audited, and really reducing the cost of implementation. You don't need to go and pay someone like tons of money to facilitate this, because especially on base, the transaction fees between doing stuff is so cheap. It's like fractions of a cent. So you can exchange and make all these deals. They're kind of like operating as like computer contracts under the surface. And they can handle that. Meanwhile, I'm talking and hand gesturing, and we're just looking at this picture. So moving along, we have another knight. There we go. Thank you, Mike. So we've got a couple knights, and one of the things you'll see with them, different shields, different weapons, different belts. If you don't know, Mike is the artist who did all of the Game of Thrones prequels and Game of Thrones graphic novels artwork. So you could say he knows
correct.
what he's doing.
I did all the prequel artwork. I did all the covers for the graphic novel comic books. So
there we go. That's what. Hey, usually I'm the one like helping guide and facilitate. Thank you for correcting me. Is what I'm saying. So, and they've got sigils on the shield, and just very, very, very high detailed. I remember when Mike was working on this, and he was saying that he was sick and tired of there being so many low effort, low artistic value art NFTs collections out there, and he just wanted to actually raise the bar, put time and effort into making like a huge, lovely collection. So Knights of Pangaea, we'll talk about how they fit in a little bit. Next to the very pale knight, what is that, albinism? What's going on there, Mike?
I don't know. Maybe he's a zombie. I don't know.
Okay. So, well, we'll look at the naming. Okay. So next to the very white knight, we've got this tall fellow, and this is the commission number 1, and this is Glanker the Builder. So Empire Builder, the project company that I co-founded, we have a token called Glanker that powers all that we do. We have an AI agent named GlonkyBot, okay, Glanker, and so we really just decided we'd commission this as the first piece in the collection. And now, when it comes to these commissions, there's some cool stuff. There's a few different parameters that commissioners will get to select from within the oeuvre of being medieval and fantasy. And so you can select, the name. You can give like suggestions and suggest inspirations, and then Mike will choose to follow them. Or if it's something that kind of clashes with his vision or his feel for the whole collection, he's got the freedom to adjust that. And so the tool that we're building kind of will go over all of those things. But in this case, what I wrote down was I wanted the race to be a runic golem, Golem, not like the thing from Lord of the Rings. Runic golem. He's a builder cleric. I gave his allegiance affiliation as being to Empire Builder. There's an Easter egg in that. That'll come in more later. And then also you can upload a logo as a primary inspiration or inclusion, and an optional second one. And so I uploaded the logo for Empire Builder. You will upload in the app later. I just sent these to Mike right now, highlighting the value of actually building out a product that can handle all of that. And I gave him the Empire Builder logo, which is in the centered chest there. And I also gave him the Clanker logo as a secondary thing to include. And he included that as the big belt buckle. Then we get to inspirations, where you can say, Mike's a 32 plus year professional comic artist who's drawn nearly everything. I'm Transformers versus G.I. Joe. You've done Dragonlance, man. Dragonlance. That was written before some of these people were probably born.
Yeah. Wheel of Time.
Exactly.
A lot of stuff at Marvel, a lot of stuff at DC. So
yeah. And so when I did the commission, I said, okay, I want 3 inspirations. And I chose that would go with my vision of Glanker the Builder. And I said, you can include inspirations from Iron Man and Vision and Hephaestus. I forget how you pronounce that exactly, but basically the Greek god of the forge. And so, you can throw in inspirations and stuff, and Mike will actually draw those And sometimes he live streams, sometimes he doesn't, but he draws them all himself. And we actually have, after each one's drawn, he can make a video of it being drawn. So
Yeah,
this also
I
fits.
draw it on Procreate, so it automatically records, so I can send a 30-second GIF of the drawing being created. So you're like, oh, this is not AI? What?
Yeah, exactly. And exactly. And I think that that's one of the things that I think will become more powerful is artists who actually are putting time in to do their art and have built the skill to do that art. You know, AI has its purposes and uses, and we leverage that. Hello, Push. Push is here. Great artist. Push, I mean, I'll come back. Push is a great artist. He's done a daily art piece for over 4 years now without missing a piece. He's got a great Push empire with a token. Yes, with a token underlying it that he deployed through Empire Builder called Push. Hashtag that's $, Push, and he has created mini apps that work on Farcast and other places where people can vote on their favorite piece of his artwork and mint it. Basically, there's so much cool, fun stuff that is available to do with art now, and ways to interact with the community.
Now, let me address this. Jeff says fantasy NFTs. Yeah, so the world of Pangea is something I've been tinkering with over 20 years, actually. Jordan might not even know how much I've put into the world of Pangea as a game concept, and I don't know if we're even going to talk about that. That might be something for later on. But the idea, like world-wise, it's fantasy, but the tech is sort of steampunk. So when there is tech, it lends towards steampunk, but not everyone's not going to be dressed around like they're steampunk. But I was like, I want a fantasy world where there is tech, but obviously I'm not going to make it like sci-fi. So it's like fantasy steampunk, but the general world build is very much along the lines of classical fantasy stuff. But it takes place on Pangea, so it's the world before.
For those that don't know,
yeah. So Pangea, for those who don't know,
continent.
Yeah, when all the continents were one, and there was one landmass and one ocean, and that's the world of Pangea, and that's where my fantasy game and intellectual properties and stuff take place. Intellectual properties, you might want to take that away. If I don't know, if I'm not, I'll let you lead it. I just wanted to answer the question.
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah, and you can tell, like my voice is like.
So no, and I think you said before, like, so you've been developing this game concept, this world concept for over 20 years, and I think I remember you saying in the past before that you also like talked about it with your children or did elements like involving them in part of the building, because you've got like
know where they are.
6 kids, your
5.
children,
and 1 grandchild and 1 on the way.
Grandpa Mike. Well, I guess 32 plus years in the industry.
This is like second iteration, but I had these. I made a card game. We made a card game. It's not just a card game, but it was a tabletop game. And like the first iteration, it was like me and my kids drew all the different cards and stuff. And then like second iteration, I just stole stuff off of the internet and some of my own artwork. And like this is something I made for a video game, and I'm like, oh, I'll just use it for my card. And then we'd play on just the tabletop with me and my kids and their friends and sort of dev it out. And then like third iteration, I've actually developed out all of the cards using AI art, which might be replaced by me actually drawing it if it can get like funded in a way where I can actually take the time to draw all the cards out myself.
If only there was some kind of way we could raise and reward funds to integrate in making all of this a reality.
And I will add, because that would be a physical game, because my family loves playing physical board games and stuff. But also, I was talking about this with one of my programmer friends who happened to be developing something very similar in terms of the way I was explaining how the map works and how the movements and all that stuff. And he's like, and then he showed me what he was I haven't told you any of this. It was okay. Maybe I should stop dropping.
No, you're doing really well. And I mean, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's weaving things together.
Fantastic online NFT based game system that is already partially developed. So
what Mike is saying is that there's a whole lot of runway in a lot of different directions for this. Not only is there the possibility to go into games and GameFi of different levels, but also Mike's done comic narrative story, all of this stuff. You've had work optioned to be made into movies as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it never got made because Hollywood sucks.
This is the way it often goes, but again,
the check did clear.
Not bitter at all. So there's a lot of options for what can happen with Pangea, and I think with Pangea, not just with Pangea, but like with your art, your focus, and your vision, because that's the thing about like launching this. This is one piece of IP and one thing that you have in mind, but I know that you've got a whole bunch of stuff that you've created that also you could roll out at some point.
Yeah, actually, I just told this story on my show last week. You know that movie Megamind?
Yeah.
Megamind.
Was that Will Ferrell or?
Will Ferrell and Brad Pitt. Megamind killed my option at DreamWorks because I had a contact at DreamWorks and I had showed them my book Imaginaries, which is about what happens to imaginary friends when you grow up and stop believing in them. They go to a place called the Imagination. Well, the key character in Imagination is Superhero G, and he's a superhero character. And my guy at DreamWorks absolutely adored it and wanted to do it. But he said, we actually just greenlit a superhero project and we're not going to be able to do 2 superhero projects. And then like later on, Megamind was announced. I'm like, yeah.
And then they also did
not too late.
They also did the Ryan Reynolds did the Imaginary Friends one. But you know what? Any of these things, you give them some time and you can, Star Wars 28 is coming out. Okay, so I think that we should get close to deploying that token. Everyone who's watching is wanting to know when that's going to happen. But to continue briefly along the different parts, you've outlined what you're doing and these other things. Now, there's a couple components in today's launch that will be of interest to people. So we're going to launch a token. Mike's commissions, these one-of-ones, that they start at $250. Now, we don't have...
Isn't that 0.1 ETH?
Well, they're going to start at 200. We were gonna go with the USDT, okay. And then we were gonna start at 250, and then we're gonna scale it up at a percentage every time. So there's 100 NFTs that are available, 100 commissions, and the way that
I just want to point out, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. How long does it how long do you generally take on each piece?
It all depends on how detailed it is, and if you've got a bunch of hair on a bear, that takes
I was gonna say, how long was the Year Berserker? There's a lot of detail in there.
So yeah, things with like chains kill me. But hey, if you want a blob, I'll get that done real quick.
So okay, so there's the one-of-one commissions. There's 100 of those. The price scales up, so it's kind of like on a curve, as some people would say. And then at a future point, we'll talk about the nights and how they fit in. But clearly, there's some game stuff being worked on around that. And then today only, well, not today, in the next for 24 hours. On Farcaster, mini app exclusive through Farcaster, there is a badge that can be minted for $3. You can mint as many. Well, no, there's 1,000. The supply is capped at 1,000. They're $3 each. And what we're going to do with the funds from that. So this is how blockchain, crypto, and how you can build stuff in interesting ways. What we're going to do is we're going to take the funds from that component. We're going to put it into a Morpho yield staking thing. Ooh, I can share. And basically, it's going to sit in there, and it's going to generate a yield. Now, Samuel, do you want to talk briefly around what is up with Morpho and yield and staking and stuff?
Well, the benefit is any kind of USDC that's just sitting there, kind of like your US dollar. Typically, if it's like in your just pockets, it doesn't generate any kind of interest. If it's in a bank, the bank for sure gets interest on it. But on blockchains, typically you have your coins just sitting there doing nothing, idling. But we can use a system like Morpho, which gives you that interest on your US dollars. And if just the funds are sitting there waiting to be commissioned for the commission, like for the piece to be accepted or not, we can actually like use that time of indecision to just generate yield. And with that interest, we can actually split it across the people. So like you're technically making money for waiting for an art piece. So the price technically gets reduced a little bit. Well, technically, the interest isn't going to be that much over like a few days of waiting, right? But there's at least like some opportunity for you to get something back, and there's a way for the platform to make fees without taking a fee from the artist. So that to me is the interesting piece.
And thank you, Samuel. And so so I have a very diverse background, but it includes health sciences, it includes nature studies, it includes outdoor leadership training, and all kinds of ways of looking at how systems work, function, go sideways, get wonky, and how you also can make them better and healthier and build them soundly. So one of the things I love about this idea of Morpho and yield generating is something that fuses together with what Bernard of Clairvaux said in like the 1600s, which is that we should be like reservoirs, not canals. So when energy comes in, you don't want to just let it flush right out of you. That's how you just get tired, exhausted. You're always just running around. This applies to life. This applies to finances. This applies to everything. Be a reservoir. Be filled. Be filled. And then from that being filled, you overflow. So what goes out comes out of the overflow. And I think that sounds beautiful. I think we all probably want to implement that more in our lives. But the idea is that because if you're a canal, it's running out. If you're overflowing, it's going out. It's both going out, but there's a totally different feeling in you if you're grounded and sat. And so what the Morpho yield allows and what things like that allow is we can take funds from different parts of the project, we can put it in there, and it's full and it will overflow. And you can take some of that and you can compound it back in. So it's going to keep slowly growing. You grow your reservoir over time. And then from what flows out, you can use that to do different things like reward your community, which is when we get into Empire Builder. So let's see. I think those are the main components we wanted to talk about. I want to talk about, there'll be more information coming out about this in the future. World of Pangea is the name of the project. There you can go to worldofpangea.io. Actually, that's the website. That's a website and the mini app in Farcaster. We'll get all that info out. You can find us on Farcaster and you can find us on Twitter as well. Glanker Empire is us on Twitter, and you can ask questions about all of that. And let's go launch a token and add some things into stuff.
Oh, don't I have to get like an account? I couldn't do it on my phone.
Yes, Mike, I'll help you set up your Farcaster account later. So this is where onboarding and services are really important. So do you want to deploy your own token, Mike? Or you can't deploy it through here. You're going to go to empirebuilder.world. Do you want to deploy your own token?
No.
Okay.
That sounds like work.
Okay.
I got enough to do.
Okay, let me share my screen and we're going to deploy a token. Okay. Empire Builder.
So
okay.
Is token launching today? Token launching like right now?
Yeah. So can you see my screen, Mike?
So there's no sniping here, right? Because nobody has the.
Well, I mean, yeah, no one has the contract address right now, so no one can get anything. Once we launch it, well,
does it populate a contract address when you launch it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So the great thing, so just Clanker, the great thing about Clanker is you don't have to put liquidity into it. that's Jack Dishman Clanker magic. You don't do any of those things. It's audited, it's trustless, like it's going to work well. It's not a scam. It's not a honeypot. You can make the magic happen. And then like Jack was saying, that helps you deploy the token, and then everyone's left with, and now what do we do? And so that's where Empire Builder comes in, because if you deploy a token through Empire Builder, you'll get the token deployed, you'll get the token deployed, but you'll also get the full tool stack that we have. Yeah, I'm Canadian, eh? Yeah. You'll get the token, eh? No doubt about it. Yeah. So basically, what happens when you deploy an Empire is you get the full token tool stack, which I'll show as we go to deploy here. So yeah, treasury, boosters, rewards, distribution, burn function, and leaderboard.
And no sniper. Sniper, no sniper.
Well, yeah. So I know Jack and the team, they're always working on things to kind of make rollouts happen with less sniping, dev buys, things like this. They're about to launch their V4 contract, which is going to introduce some new updates. That's going to be fun. So you can see my Empire screen here. Yes, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, good. So when you first come to empirebuilder.world, you're going to get this lovely little pop-up that's going to tell you just kind of how it works, what it's about. If you click learn more about Empire Builder, it'll take you to a slightly stale resource paragraph post about it that we are updating. Bizarre Beast is helping with our content. And build your empire. So we're going to build the empire. If you've launched a token from Clanker already, your four most recent will appear here. You could automatically click on them. I have one that I deployed called OctoGoat a while ago. So I could actually just click deploy empire now. It's going to populate with the contract. There's OctoGoat. I could click deploy empire, and it would attach the tool stack to this pre-existing Clanker. If you have another token that's not a Clanker, you can put the address in here and you can deploy it for that. Now, this is for tokens that are on the base chain. Enter a base token, ERC20. Now, what we want to do right now is create a token. Everyone's waiting for me to create a token. When you create through Empire Builder, like I was saying earlier, you get 60% of all the trading fees because we share half of our interface fees back with the creator. We're going to create a token, and now everyone is getting excited to find it. I'm going to add in the token right now, and then there we go, loading it in. Token name is going to be Pangea. Actually, token name is going to be World of Pangea. And the token symbol is going to be Pangea. Creator Vault. So by the way, everyone, I will verify what the correct address is because maybe right now people are trying to do janky stuff and like cut this out and launch these tokens. We're going to be deploying it through Empire Builder, so we will see it in Empire Builder. We're going to add a creator vault. Here, we'll lock a percentage of the token supply for a set period of time. All tokens in the vault can be claimed to your address after the lock period is over. We're going to be locking 30% of the token vaulted for 30 days. We're going to be using these tokens for specific gamification as well as some marketing and things like that. Yeah. Any questions? Mike, are you following along?
Yeah. How long can you lock it for?
You can lock it up for like, we can ask Dish. I think there's no limit to it, but for us,
Yeah.
we've put the toggle up to 365
for a
days.
year, huh?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's done it for a year. But.
Yeah, no max limit on that. We just require 30 days for the vaulting. Just for safety, really. We kind of we don't want that to be like completely like unlock and then have the creator just dump all the tokens.
Right. Yeah.
We
let's lock it longer then.
Well, no, no, Mike. We want to do 30 days so we can use that for gamification and other things like marketing and stuff. Because if we were not launching it publicly on a live stream, we'd have a better chance we could actually do like some dev buy. We could launch it, let it sleep a little bit, so make sure there's no snipers. But since we're not doing that, and when we create this, there probably can be a lot of people trying to get in on it. Are you ready to launch it?
Sure.
Okay. Creating token, uploading image. This is the moment that Adrian was very concerned about, my co-founder. He's like, yeah, you're gonna go do it live and it won't work. But we're working. creating, he's like, it's worked every time, but he's, rolling over in bed in Australia right now. Creating token and launching the empire will take about 15 seconds. So right now, people are probably going to clanker.world. That's your website, right, Dish? I'm trying to remember.
Yep.
Okay, clanker.world. So here's the token address. I'm going to quickly send this to Ghost, who is the guy in charge of the credit empire. He's going to take that and he's going to add that into our mini app so people can swap and buy through the mini app. And let's see. So here, we've deployed it. Here's the image. I could change it here if I wanted. Here's the name, Pangea Empire. I could change this if I wanted. We'll leave that as that for now. I'm just looking at some of the functions here as some people are going and buying and swapping and selling and things.
Yeah, what's the link to this? I'll put it in the chat.
Well, I'm letting I'm letting Ghost add it to the mini app right now, and then people can go to the mini app and swap it.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the CA. Yeah.
Don't let me bully you, Jordan.
Push is saying that there's already scam ones out there. So I'm launching I just dropped the contract address, the real one, in the YouTube chat. My name is there. There's a wrench next to my name because I'm the moderator in the chat. There we go. So now people can go in. Cool thing about all of this, one of the reasons it's sustainable and generative is that, if price goes up, you're going to make volume, which will bring in fees, which you can use as rewards. Like this already you've already got a little bit in here. If we refresh it, let's see if there's been some more buys and sells. Yeah, no, maybe not, because you shared it. Okay, so one of the things with Empire, you can add co-guardians. So what I'll do is, Mike, once we get you set up with a Farcaster account, I'm going to actually come here and I'm going to add you as a co-guardian so you can also manage the Empire and do the different functions in here. So far, we can see that you've distributed 0, you've burned 0, and you've got 30 billion vaulted for 31 days. 31 days until the vaulted supply unlocks. Anyone can go and check this on any empire. This is like showing the receipts. You can learn what it's all about. Up here, we've got the ability to add in different socials. We've got the swap. Instantly, you click on that. Instantly, I can come here and I actually, you know what? I have no idea what the price of this is right now, but I am going to buy $263 worth. Well, yeah, sure, we're early. I am. It's warning me. It's warning me because of the price difference. And I think this is because it's just launched, right, Dish? That there's not a huge amount of LP in there just yet.
Let's see. Should be all in the LP besides that 70%.
Okay. Well, I just bought. I don't know.
137 million.
Yeah. There we go. So I've now bought some of this. You know what? And so here you can see the treasury, this type of the treasury. I'm actually going to come in here now, and we've got WETH, Clanker, Glanker, which is our token, USDC, and Pangea, which is this token. I can add new tokens or remove here. This makes it so that people can't drop janky things in here. I'm going to add to the treasury.
What does that mean?
What's that? Oh, well, because this just is a smart contract on the back end that you control. You have the keys to it, like just me. So I can go in there. If if people are going to drop scam tokens or things that you could interact with that would be malicious, you don't want to interact with those. So by you authorizing what the only tokens are that you interact with, it keeps you safe.
So is that like basically a swap?
No, this is just the treasury. This is your treasury, This is your treasury. From here, you can reward. You can distribute tokens. You can do a raffle mode to raffle out tokens. Like I'm going to come here right now. We've got manage authorized tokens. We've got Pangea here. I'm going to add Pangea here. I just bought Pangea. I'm going to add. Let's add 30 million Pangea. Yes, now. I want to fat finger that. Okay, so I'm just going to deposit. I'm now signing the approval. So I bought Pangea through the interface there. I am now going to sign the pop-up, which you can't see. It's now doing it, approving the token. So
Jordan, can I add mine to the treasury as well?
Yeah. You can. So yeah, exactly. So it's really cool. Anyone can deposit. So I just put $17 of Pangea in here. I just put in 30 million Pangea tokens. Now anyone can deposit into your empire's treasury to support it. Like you can say someone has a huge amount of Pangea and they want to help you market it more. They want you to pay more rewards to your community. They can just deposit it right in there.
Love it. All right, I'm gonna send some to the treasury here.
Perfect.
We're gonna have a nice.
You let me know, yeah, once you've sent, and I'll come back up and look there because I'm going to show some of these other elements here.
All right,
so
95's asking me, where do you swap, guys?
So one place you can swap, you can come right to here to the Pangea Empire. You can click on swap, and it'll load up a swap through Aux Protocol, which also does matcha. Very trusted, very dependable.
What's the link?
So if you go to empirebuilder.world, I mean, I can grab the link and share it in there too. Maybe I should do that. But if you go to empirebuilder.world, you can go to new and boom, Pangea, Yerberserker. You'll see here that the guardian is Yerberserker. I am the danger who dropped a world is not the person you want to support.
Why do these people do this stuff?
People always do that. Okay, I'm going to drop the actual link here. Okay, I just dropped the link in the YouTube chat. Again, my name is Jordan Oram. There's a blue wrench next to my name, so you know no one else is, no other moderators are named Jordan Oram in there with those permissions. Okay, so treasury. Let's refresh. Oh yeah, so look at so I'm going to refresh it one more time, but look at this. Since we've launched and since we've been talking, you see this, Mike? You've collected 0.194 of WETH, and you've collected over 155 million Pangea tokens that are uncollected clanker rewards just from volume fees. So if I click on claim rewards, this is, we're having a quick little look at the tools here too. If I click on claim rewards, I can now, I could claim to wallet. If I click on that, all of these, this funds will just go to my wallet. I can also make it so that it claims to the treasury. And this is what I want to do. You can see here, it talks about how you can alternate things too, but I want to claim to treasury. So I clicked on it. It's now popping up a smart, a signer to my wallet. So I have to confirm this. It's all secure, it's safe, it's step-by-step, but it also doesn't require any coding on your part. So that's a really cool thing about this, is that these are like no code tools. You get just click buttons and it does it all trustworthy on the back end. So I'm signing now, and I'm claiming the funds that we just generated. It's confirming the transaction. There we go. And now it's loading the new treasury. And there we go. We've got, Jack, how much did you put in?
I put in, I don't know, maybe like a couple, maybe like 15 million or so of Pangea.
Okay. So this is I haven't looked at a chart yet, but we just, collected the claimed rewards, and look at that, Mike. You're already up. You already have over 2.6 thousand in the treasury to reward people with.
Nice.
So now we can go to burn Pangea. This is, so again, making it simple and easy. Burning is when you take some tokens and you send it back to the contract address, and and no one else can claim it. So you're reducing supply. And, I think, you can click here. We can pick how much we're going to burn. I can go in and say, well, let's burn. Actually, I think I can. No, I can't do that. Adrian does all the tech building stuff. Okay, so we're going to burn just over 40 million of Pangea.
Thus reducing supply, increasing.
Exactly. Now, people have a lot of views about when to burn, how to burn, why to burn. I kind of feel like a burn that no one knows about is kind of like that thing, like if a tree falls in a forest and no one's there. I mean, it's happening, but I think burning stuff really has more value when you've got more eyes, attention, and things happening with your project. Otherwise, it's maybe better to use your distribution to like reward people who are being part of the project. Now, I'm just going to check here and see maybe a ghost. Ghost is one of the Empire Builder Praetorians. So these are like vetted service providers. He's built a huge number of mini apps for different empires, and he's got his own credit empire, which is awesome, which is, people can mint their PFP, they can mint tools, they can battle each other. So lots of different stuff in CA. If I want to see if the mini app is set up, let's go. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to go to Farcaster. We'll come back to the Empire interface. How are you guys all doing?
So
Nice.
Okay.
Love it.
It's unfortunate
this is great, guys.
Thank you. It's unfortunate that Matthew can't join us, but he's busy working on Clankermon, which is an incredible mini app. And I was talking with him the other day, and we'll share more of that in later. But basically, I think that there's some good stuff in the future for World of Pangea. So I'm going to come in here now, and I need to, well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to cast out. Check out Mike S. Miller's New World of Pangea. Swap for the tokens. I can use the Pangea tokens and mint one of the 1,000 limited time NFT badges for $3 each at worldofpangea.io. So it's auto-populating with the frame, or the mini app. Oh, Sam, I'm sorry, Samuel. And I will now cast this. So this is like Farcaster. It's a social media, it's a social network where you can instantly interact with on-chain elements because it's been built from the ground up. So I just made this post with the new app. I'm going to click enter. Boom, pops up here. I want to add this to Farcaster. Yes, I want to enable notifications. So if you're on Farcaster, you want to do all of this because we're going to be sharing notifications when things are minting, when we're going to drop the Knights of Pangea NFT collection and the gamification. So, here's the current. Oh, yeah, we're at 1.2 million market cap.
If anyone out there is not on Farcaster, I highly suggest joining. It's an elegant social media platform, makes developing mini apps super easy on it. And yeah, a lot of fun projects are on there.
So I'm going to right now mint. I'm going to go down by Pangea. I'm going to go to the NFT gallery, and in here we have one artifact, one available, 11 forged. So people have already got it. We've got one artifact available. We got right here this featured NFT World of Pangea by Mike S. Miller. This is the Pangea launch token. It's $3. I'm going to purchase that NFT. It is the launch day event. I'm going to confirm everything in my wallet. This is a bit slow. Anyways, I'm going to mint this, And then I'm going to go add it as a booster, if depending on the speed here. Otherwise, we'll talk. You notice that the warplet has been a bit slow of late.
I think they're having some bugs. Let's see.
I'm gonna go
Right.
get more coffee so I can survive this.
I gotta head out soon. I just wanted to say, Mike, it was a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you on in the Clankerverse. Thanks
Yeah,
so much.
Jack, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, Dish.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Sam. See ya.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, so this is well, I've approved it. So let's go see we're gonna go see what's happening here. I'm going to OpenSea. I'm just gonna go and look in my wallet. I don't have any minted yet. Well, I'll talk to Ghost about that. We'll see what's happening. Has he written me? Nope. Ghost, if you want to write me about the situation with all that, and let me know if you've also updated the Dex screener, because I know that was in the works too. Let's go back to Empire Builder. Let's go back to the Empire. So we're going to go back here. Now it's empty. Dish is gone. Mike's getting coffee. Samuel, how are you doing?
Dude, I'm good. I'm playing around with pipelines, so I'm having fun.
So far we have, okay, let's go to Pangea here. Do any questions in the YouTube as I'm searching through here? I want to see what people are, what are they saying? We need some boosters now. Yeah,
Chris
so
says,
I'm
TX struggling?
yeah, the transaction is struggling, congestion. Jeff Bott says Mike makes his coffee from selected cuts of steak.
It's the only way. That's actually, this is actually au jus.
Very nice. It's the carnivore diet still working for you. Okay, so I'll just look, we'll just check out the Empire again. I'm gonna refresh this and let's see what the uncollected Clanker rewards are up to. Okay, I'm gonna claim those rewards, claim to treasury. I'm waiting to sign. Here we go, signing.
You know what? Let me. All right. What's the link to the thingy? Let me grab it. I'm going to put it in the actual
To which? To the Empire?
To the contract or whatever. Empire
Okay. Well, the CA has been dropped in here. People can swap.
I know,
from
but
Empire.
No, I'm going to take you to the Empire Builder World, the one you dropped earlier.
Okay, I'm going to drop it right. So I'm dropping right there the Empire Builder World link to your specific empire. I've dropped it in the YouTube. My name, Jordan Oram, and the little wrench. Now,
and I just added it to the description. So if you're on YouTube,
okay, perfect. After this is over, I'll update a couple things. But so you can see here, I've claimed rewards, and now we've got over 3.3 thousand USD in the treasury that we can distribute to people. So we need to add some boosters. I need to add boosters. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go, let's go old school. We're gonna go and we're gonna find the Funky Monkey Frat House. So Mike has done a collection. You can see this. I'm gonna load up Empire Builder World so I'll be able to also, okay. So Mike did the Funky Monkey Frat House. Here's the Funky Monkey Frat House Genesis collection. We've got 318 unique creations on the Ethereum blockchain, and you can see a bunch. Now the floor here is at 0.5 ETH for one. So this is an interesting thing about collections and the way these tools work. This collection is sleeping right now because not a lot's been happening with the frat. They're going to be revitalizing that as well more. You got Bruce Monkey here. So I would say this is a great project that you could put some offers in on. The top offer right now is 0.005 ETH. I think if you put some offers in here, you know, some people will see that and they'll take it because they don't know that the project's waking up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I want to grab the contract address. And now we're going to go back to Empire. And we're going to add that as a booster. You following along, Mike?
No. So just got here.
Okay.
What is this all about? Short version. Give us the short
You
version.
you do the short. Okay, Mike's new project is I can't find the pictures. Mike's new project is World of Pangea. It is his own IP and his own work. It's got a few components. One is the token, which was just deployed, which the address is dropped in the YouTube, and the token's name is Pangea. You can go to worldofpangea.io, and that is a mini app. Right now, you can't swap through the desktop version, but you can through Farcaster. There's going to be a NFT collection that will come out in the future, the Knights of Pangea, and right now there's the ability to order custom commission pieces from Mike. There's 100 spots open now. Samuel, how should we handle that right now? Because we're building the tool, but it's not quite ready yet.
Just do it, and we'll backfill on the tool.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you are someone that I know, I got to think. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do this on Farcaster. I am going to make a post on Farcaster, and I'm going to, oops, that's preview. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a post on Farcaster, and I'll share it. World of Pangea. There we go. World of Pangea Twitter header. Okay, if you want a Mike S. Miller custom commission, one of one, Heroes of Pangea NFT, we will do, okay, so we're going to do, because the first one, it's supposed to be on a curve, but we can't, oh yeah, actually, you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to make 10 available. I'm going to hit up ChatGPT quickly. And I'm going to say, I'm just flying on the fly here. Oh yeah, what is this? Oh yeah, here's notes for the thing. We are launching a 100 custom collection of NFTs starting at 250 and going up by 5.5% each time. Make me a list of the first 10 prices. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this Farcaster post. It's going to, there we go. So 1, 2, and 3, those spots are already filled. So 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to paste this into Farcaster post I'm making. Okay, so I'm making this Farcaster post. If you want a Mike S. Miller custom commission 101 Heroes of Pangea NFT, comment below. It's not that. There we go. Okay. Comment below, and first come, first serve, you will be eligible. Oh yeah. At the price point based on your order of comment. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now while we're finishing building out the tool. Right now, the first 3 are filled. First 4 are filled. Because Matthew Fox he's supposed to be here. Matthew Fox is the 4th.
Agent Cup, bro. went to bed sick last night, and I know we had this plan, but I'm dragging. I'm dragging.
So I'm going to make this
I haven't
post
lost.
live.
This is this is my project.
I'm going to make this post live, and basically people can comment below if they want in. We're going to look at the timestamps, and you will have to pay the price there. We'll figure it out with contract addresses and all that kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah, I'll let you handle all that.
Thanks. Okay, so I have made the post, and I'm going to post it into the YouTube channel. Okay, so it's in the YouTube channel. Under Jordan Oram with the wrench. That'll go to my Farcaster post. You're going to need a Farcaster account to make a comment there, and we're going to do the first 10. Mind you, 4 are already spoken for. So
the issue here, and maybe I should have brought this up, is that you have the certain list of attributes that you can customize in your commission. Yeah. So you're going to deal with that on a person-by-person basis, or are you going to put it as a?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. So I'll be letting each person who has the commission know. I'll create a thing that I will basically. Okay, 1 second. You can now see my World of Pangea knowledge chat GPT. Is that correct? Is that what I'm sharing? What am I sharing right now, Mike?
Yeah, GPT page.
Yeah,
okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
It says, bro, I am 6 but marked as spam on Farcaster. I already commented.
I'll check through them. List the commission attributes that people can choose. Okay. So, oh boy. It is not. It's okay. That's just not going well. Where's my list?
Well, yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna.
You have it.
I do. I do have the list in Discord. So I will now go to Discord and I will find the list and I will put it into.
I apologize for Jordan being so out of it.
Oh. You know what I've been doing all day? Making a lot of visuals.
I've been
actually.
I woke up like every freaking hour. It was such a horrible night.
While I'm doing this, Samuel, do you want to talk a little bit about the? Would you mind talking about the Atelier, the commissioner tool that we're building?
In what sense? Like, I'm not really
if you want to, or would you like to talk about DTEC and what you do? Basically, do you want to fill some time? The floor is yours. Talk about anything you want, and I'm going to look up this attributes list of what can be commissioned.
No, the general goal with the tool is currently we see artists like Mike where you're able to just say, hey, I have a certain amount of time, I want to do commission pieces, okay, cool. But well, you then have to set up either a Shopify store or whatever, giving up usually like 2 to 5% in fees. And for the person like commissioning the piece, they're saying, hey, here's a few $1,000s. Let's just have them sit there and do nothing and just wait until whenever my time in line strikes, right? And for some physical pieces, that could be months. And well, if over a year the opportunity cost is say like 5-6% on those like dollars, then sometimes it's like, well, I want this art piece, but I could also be doing something else with that money. And if just by using that tool, you're now buying an art piece, while for the time you're waiting, you're getting part of that interest back, well, then it may be an easier decision to just say, hey, yeah, like, I'll just do it. I'll just commit the funds. And then the artist knows, hey, the funds are committed there. Even if, like, say in 3 months, I can't get to it and the person withdraws, just by having that attention, I've at least like got some of that interest because you're splitting that interest between the artist and the guy trying to buy it, right? And that to me is like an interesting economic primitive that you currently can't do unless you're a bank, because we can't do interest and we can't issue funds to you without a banking license. But through the blockchain, we can, because we just integrate that platform. That platform does it for us, and we're all good. So that's an interesting mechanism, and that's the angle that we're tackling the commissions with.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
I'm very curious about how that might work for like the physical aspect, because it's basically you're an interest bearing escrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Simply said, yes.
So
yeah,
yeah, and so we're again going back to my earlier comment of Bernard of Clairvaux be a reservoir, not a canal. It's structuring, building these tools and structuring them in a way that everyone who's participating has some benefit from it. We're not just extracting from the users. Um, so this is where I think any creator, builder, founder who's making something that can become a digital asset or become tokenized in some way or have something that works in that frame, they can they'll be able to use this tool and either have it. You can either have like a set price. You can have open commissions. You can have like time limited commissions. Like with this, you've got 100 spots open, and we could make it that it's 100 spots open for like a month and a half. After that, they're not available anymore, and make it so that the proceeds that come from that, you can put them into something. You can also put them into something that will compound for you.
this mechanism you've built could also be very, very beneficial to the crowdfunding space, because what a lot of people are having issues with is like buying a project, whatever, in my case comic books, and then like for whatever reason it doesn't get fulfilled in time, and it's more escrow than it is, just
Right.
right.
So
And
so
so over
yes.
time,
So
if somebody wants to back out, yeah, they lose a chunk to the money, but they don't lose all their money. They get interest at the same time, and their money's not just gone and lost.
yeah.
And
So basically, these are the tools that we're building out and can build across, like Empire Builder tools, DTech tools, and we can use automation, AI, and the blockchain to facilitate a lot of just better ways of organizing. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was like, what? What was I doing? I was finding this. Okay, so here we go. You can see my chat GPT now. Yeah. Yes,
No,
Mike?
yes.
Yes? Okay, so here we go. Here is a clean list of what commissioners get to choose from for their one-of-one Mike S. Miller Medieval Fantasy NFT. Input fields. Structured metadata fields, official traits, name, your character's name or title. Examples, Nighty McNightface, Sir Hodlington, Becky the Bold. Our first one is Glanker the Builder, and the second one is the Year Berserker of me. Class, character's role or profession in a medieval fantasy world. As Mike said earlier, the world of Pangea is medieval fantasy with also a little bit of steampunk tech side to it. So examples, knight, cleric, druid, paladin, rogue, bard, but you can be creative with this. Mike has final say, but if you want to have like a peasant king or I had a builder cleric, you can have fun with that. Mike wants to create things that you're going to really enjoy. Race, fantasy species, human, elf, dwarf, orc, dragonborn, golem. Again, you can be creative with this. The affiliation part is going to be interesting. And I would say if you have a project, if you have a token, if you've launched a token, you will want to likely mention that here. You'll want to reference what token you're most affiliated with. Yeah, just you want to do that. Empire Builder, Base, Bracky, Doge, Pond. Well, they don't have one. But if you have a project, Ponder's a great project on Farcaster. And then creative direction inputs, use as reference. So you'll upload one or two logos or icons to be creatively incorporated, a primary logo and a secondary. So I was saying project logo, token symbol, a pet icon. You can throw a picture of your pet in there. Maybe Mike can do a little something with that, but he gets discretion. And then inspiration, up to 3 characters or figures that influence the design. So, for example, you could say, I want something that's like I don't know. Iron Man, Gandalf, Bjorn. What is Guts from Berserk? I don't know that. I'm old. ChatGPT knows that.
It's a anime manga.
Okay, that's okay. That's where I was leaning towards. I remember we were talking this before, and you said I was thinking like we were talking about like Predator meets Alien meets an Ewok. Anyways, yeah. Important notes: Mike interprets all inputs artistically, not as exact requests. All visual choices are ultimately at the discretion of the artist. Final result will be 1/1 NFT with unique illustrated character art. So there we go. Shall we go back?
And how are we gonna like upload? Because like I said, I can upload the 30-second GIF of me actually drawing it.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that. We'll figure that out. I mean, right now, what you're giving is the finished still image, which can be sent and transferred as an NFT. But we can add some other things. I mean, this is right now the minimum. The MVP is going to be what we're building for you to be using, and then as we're going through that, you're going to say, hey, this would be nice, that would be nice, and we can add more stuff to it. But I think also when you create a piece and you have a finished piece, we're going to want to upload and share the video making of as well as that finished piece, because it's beautiful stuff. We want to get it out there. This custom commission set is called Heroes of Pangea. It is going to be having good utility, interesting additions going forward. One thing that it will get and become is in Empire Builder. It's going to be it'll be a 5x booster for empires. Now, okay, so I can see since we've been here, people have been launching different tokens. Pangea, back to Pangea. Let's refresh this now and see what kind of volumes happened here. Okay, we're going to claim this.
I have to jump, guys. Thank
Sure.
you for having me on.
Thanks for being here, Samuel.
I'll update you on the tool, guys, and then we can probably do a launch thing or something.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
See you guys.
Good to meet you.
Thanks. Okay, so
I'm so lost. I just got here.
So you can watch the video. We've burned 40 million. We haven't distributed any yet. We only have the one booster. I want to add some other boosters. That's what I was going to do earlier. You can see the screen. Yeah, Mike? We got the boosters here. Okay, so now
what is the booster? What is the booster? What does it do?
So what a booster is going to do is I'm going to go to the Funky Monkey Frat House Genesis Custom Collection, and I'm going to take the contract address for that collection, and I can come here now and I can go add a booster. I'm going to add an NFT on Ethereum, the contract address. Okay, I found Dick Butt. I don't want Dick Butt. Maybe I got the wrong address. Basically,
Rug Lamau.
Oh man, I need to.
We can't rug it for 30 days, wise guy.
That's true.
Also, first deep dive with $5 is, so how does this project help to get Lone Star Mine and Monster in my hands faster? Been waiting a long time on that one. Long time. I know, my apologies. But hopefully it can help us get that done. Because kind of the point is,
maybe it's
with
what contract? No, this might be because when you were loading the Genesis Customs, you did that through just the OpenSea creator, right?
Yes, which is why I can't do it, because OpenSea changed their stupid rules. Now I can't add to that collection anymore.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the Frat House instead. I'm gonna go to the Funky Monkey Frat House collection. That is here. Let's just share it here. So the Funky Monkey Frat House collection on Ethereum.
It's on Base, right?
No, it's just on Ethereum. It's not on Base. But we will. We're gonna do. I want to do a migration later. So again, this is another case where this is kind of sleeping. If you make offers, people are probably going to accept them. I've copied the address for the collection for the NFT. Now I'm going to go over to Empire, and I'm going to go to your Empire. I've selected NFT. I've selected Ethereum network. I'm going to paste the contract address in there, and we get the Funky Monkey Frat House. I can add specific token if I wanted. Like say you have a super rare or a grail and you want to give that a special booster, you could do that. You could click that.
Wait, what does that what does that mean? That it,
Oh,
it adds.
we're
Okay.
getting there. So let's give Funky Monkey Frat House a 1. Let's give them a 2 multiplier. Okay, 2x. So I'm going to add that right now. I'm signing, I'm confirming, we're adding this as a booster. So now your boosters, you can see 2x for Funky Monkey Frat House, it's Ethereum. Now we get to the leaderboard. Your leaderboard, you can see Glanker is covered in green. That's because I hold 10 million Glanker, so I get this booster. What I can do is refresh the leaderboard. And now this is the first time we're refreshing it, so it's got to generate. It's going to search through the top 1,000 wallet holders, and then it's going to apply the boost multiplier. And then based on that, it's going to calculate rank. Make sense?
No, I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm also my brain's in a fog too.
Oh yeah,
so.
you've been you've been sick. You can block it. So basically, I just refreshed this. I'll refresh it one more time. Okay, so now we refresh. So now you can see because I have a Funky Monkey Frat House NFT, I get a 2x multiplier. Because I hold 10 million Glanker, I get a 1.5x multiplier. So my boost is 3.5x. So far, so good.
That's all right.
Okay, so your score is the number of tokens you hold multiplied by the boosters. So that gives me a score of 375 million, which is enough to rank me in 32nd place on the leaderboard.
The leaderboard is what? Of what?
The leaderboard is a rank of your top community members, like token holders, those who hold the most tokens and also with boosters applied. So right now, the person in first has 2 billion tokens. They have a lot of supply. So they have 2 billion tokens. They're in first place. If they had any Glanker, they'd get a 1.5x multiplier. If they picked up this NFT, they'd have a 2x. So this is where I was saying, if you get I'm going to add the new the NFT that you can get for $3 on Farcast with a Farcaster exclusive. There's only 1,000 of them. You can get them today for the next 24 hours only. That I'm going to put on here as a booster. It's going to be like a 2x booster, 3x booster. I'll put it on here. And anyone who has that will get a multiplier to their score. So what this means is when you drop art things, like when we drop the Knights of Pangea, if someone's holding one of those, they're going to get a booster. It'll move them up the board. If when we drop the Heroes of Pangea customs, that's going to be a 5x booster. Like that's going to be a huge multiplier. If you own one of those, you're getting 5x. That'll move you up the leaderboard. Now, the reason you want to be up the leaderboard is because I can now go and I can say, okay, well, look at this leaderboard. We've got iSeeker at 26, Checkpoint at 29. I'm in 32nd. The reason we're seeing names here is because these people have it connected to Farcaster and their FID and their name. So we get iSeeker, Ghost in 49th with a 1.5 booster. Okay, so now I can come up here.
And you can reward them.
And I can reward. So I'm going to come up here. Yeah. So we've got $3,000
right
in here. So now I'm going to distribute. Let's distribute $232. We're going to distribute it. You know what? We're going to distribute it to everybody. Anybody who's in the top 250. We're going to split this 265 through there. We're going to go even split. Weighted split goes by score. Since there's a couple people sitting with like 2 billion versus others, they'd get a huge amount there. As we add more boosters, more NFTs, more things that you have distributed, that you've done, that will make your long-term holders, the people who are actually supporting you, who are getting your NFTs, who are getting, I mean, you can launch free art NFTs with Rodeo, other things too. We'll talk about that. But those multipliers will help the actual present community members rise up the leaderboard.
Got it.
So we're going to go to even split. Also, I'll just show this raffle mode. If I click on raffle mode, I can now drop. We can say, okay, you know what? We're going to give. Actually, let's do this. This is going to be fun. Okay, so we're going to distribute $100 to one person in the top 250. Okay, so someone who bought in the top 250, someone who bought, however much they're on the leaderboard in the top 250. We are confirming right now. We are raffling off. We're raffling off $100. It's processing. It just distributed it. Now we get this distribution complete, successfully distributed to one address. Total should be 100. We can look on base scan.
To see which one it is.
Well, we can. Well, I'm going to share to Farcaster. I'm going to click on that, and now it's going to populate here. So, and here it says we just distributed 99.44 to the Pangea Empire. Raffle winner is this address. It's obscuring in the middle, and it's going to show all-time distribution, $99, 3,000. So it shows receipts. You see an Empire thing, and you're like, okay, they have 3.3 thousand in their treasury. Oh, they've burned. So this is active. What they're doing is active. So now we're going to get you signed up on Farcaster, Mike, and we're going to make a channel for you, okay? So because there's cool stuff that you can do with channels. Okay, so now we're going to cast this out. Actually, we're going to put a hashtag here because that's going to make that into a hashtag. Basically, think in your mind hashtag, but with a C for cash. And actually, once we post this, this will become clickable, and you can highlight it. You can look at the token. You can see what I'm going to say to Mike S. Miller's. I just distribute 99 from Mike S. Miller's Pangea Empire raffle winner. There we go. So we're going to cast this out. Cool stuff on Farcaster. Click on view. Here you go. So this is the cash tag. See how it's like linked?
Yeah, I know what a cash tag is.
Okay, well, look, I click on it, and right now, boom, here we go. So I don't think Pangea by Caitlyn Jenner is the one
that is not. No association to me.
No, but we do have. So now we can look back and see who's done stuff. Okay, so half maxing is posted in Founders Pangea. Boom. And then reply guys. And then I posted here, swap for Pangea. Boom. So those are like the three posts that are under that cash tag right now.
Oh, all right. That's all on Farcaster. You should do that to Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you click on it, boom, it pops up the wallet. It shows the chart.
Here's an interesting question. Renounced contract? Question mark.
Renounce the no, it's not renounced. It's but the thing is that so because and the thing is that Clanker, let me stop sharing. Okay, we can go in more about that stuff another time, but actually no, we're gonna do another distribution. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because it was saying I was getting a warning on there. Can other people hear me Can the YouTube chat hear me?
They can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was a warning, and I don't want to just.
That just means the little connection unstable thingy.
Okay. So here's the thing about the renounced contract. The token was deployed through Clanker. Clanker is a trustless token deployer, an audited contract. We can't touch the LP. We can't do anything with it. That is just locked and closed off. All that happens with the token is it operates, it functions, and then 1%, the 1% trading fee is split. 60% goes to the treasury, goes to be claimed by the creator. 20% goes to Empire Builder, 20% goes to Clanker. So there's no need to renounce the contract. Okay, so let's do another distribution.
Clanker really wants to see the leaderboard refreshed.
Okay, let's go refresh it. Let me present another. Let me get back to my Empire. Okay, so we just did that distribution. We're going to go refresh again. Okay, we're refreshing. And so now we'll see if people have picked up the boosters or bought more. OG is up there. So boom, OG is in third now. OG just moved up. Maybe other people sold, maybe they moved up. OG, if they picked up if OG picked up 10 million Glanker, this would apply to every empire that exists because we've got it baked in there. They would get a 1.5 boost. They would move into first place. So if they bought 10 million of this, I mean, 10 million is going to be like not even, yeah. So, okay. So right now, if you go buy $13 worth of Glanker, which is our underlying token, you will get, you'll get 10.3 million, which will get you this activated for every empire that exists. Anyways, let's go look at the refresh leaderboard. OG up in third. I'm not financial advice, but if you pick up that booster, you're going to move up into first. iSeeker, 16.
Oh, no, you're 16, iSeeker. What happened? You said you were 14.
Maybe someone else had bought up or something. So an iSeeker 115, so 1.5. So now if we were to drop anyone I know, if you've minted the NFT through Farcaster, the $3 mint push, if you're listening, if you've minted that, can you just send me a direct cast? Something, let me know. Oh, the dude's saying it won't let him buy it. Okay, so looks like the mini app Dex. Okay, well, Dex Screener's updated. The mini app's still being worked on. Well, basically, once that NFT is live, we'll leave it open for, maybe we'll leave it open for a couple days now. It's going to be a 3x booster, and it's $3. So that's an example of like putting an NFT together, selling it, and bringing value to the project. We'll put it as a booster. It'll help people move up the leaderboard. And Checkpoint in 31st, me in 34th, Floor, Cyberfocus, Ghost in 49th. So do you understand that, Mike? You see how that works, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I nodded.
yeah, I can't see. Okay, so you know what? Let's claim rewards one last time. I think we're going to be wrapping up because we've gone very long. But I'll
peter out, dude.
What's that?
Said I'm petering out.
Oh yeah. Well, you've been, thanks for being here, Mike. I know you're under the weather. Okay, so we've now claimed rewards. It'll take a little bit for this to refresh because this is pulled from Clanker, but we've just claimed. So yeah, okay. Let's do a distribution to all 250 who everyone who's in the top 250. We're going to do a distribution to everyone that's holding up the top 250. So I'm going to refresh it one last time right now for anyone who's bought. Refreshing. Oh, yeah, I can also show. You know what? I want to airdrop some. I just want to airdrop some things. Okay, let's airdrop some. Hey, Keck Racers by Mike S. Miller.
Do it.
Okay, I'm going to airdrop. Who's this one? Raven?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a Raven. We got Rosie.
Rosie.
Who's this one?
Joy Behar.
Okay, and then the who's the hippo?
Oh, what's Stelter? Brian Stelter.
Okay, and a log. Now, so here's another example. So Mike's done this art for the Keckverse and for the Keck Racers project, which is another game tool, gamification. They build out a lot of really cool tech. We're actually going to use them with Empire Builder. They've got a token called Keck. We've got some comic stuff with them, some IP stuff we can do with them that Mike can do with them. And so anyways, I've selected a few of these. We're going to go to, so right now I could drop it. I've picked 5. I could just airdrop 5 and it'll go to the top 5. I could make 250 and airdrop it to the full 250. This is a tool that we just made to make, life simple. No code, click and done. So let's go to raffle mode. And now I'm going to raffle 5 to, where do we want to, you choose, Mike. How many people, what ranking on the leaderboard do we want to distribute to?
Oh, wait, 95 says he's 69, so let's go top 69.
Okay, top 69. We're gonna randomly distribute. Now
To
it's not
5
loading.
addresses.
I think it's randomly distributed to one address, and I can't click and drag. I think we got to go higher here. Oh, maybe it's okay. Now so it's an error. I got to talk. We're finding active bugs. I'll tell Adrian about that. Okay, so we're gonna distribute
one at a time.
Yeah, we're gonna distribute. Let's send out Rosie. We're gonna go Rosie to the top 69, and we're gonna airdrop that now. I'm getting a contract wallet pop up to sign. I'm signing it. I'm confirming it. Transactions created. It's processing the airdrop. Now, if you're on Farcaster and you attach the mini app and turn on notifications, you'll get notified when you get stuff from your empire. So I've airdropped that. Let's go. I don't want to select all. You know what? Let's pick a different collection. I'm going to come out of this for a second. Refresh. We upgraded to our V2 interface not long ago because Adrian's always adding stuff. Let's go. Let's do a bum shaft. Maybe the NFTs you find in your collection. We're actually going to make this scrollable later. If you want to drop something that's not in here, you just add the collection address there, and then you can drop it. Let's go. Let's do a base to dick butt. Okay, we're gonna shoot a base dick butt out there. Which one? We're gonna do. Hey, it's good. It's good for the health. We're gonna go to raffle mode, and we're gonna randomly distribute one to someone in the top 250. Airdrop, approving, and things pop up. I sign them. Click.
Is there any way for them to know that it's coming from Farcaster so they know it's not malicious?
If you have the mini app, installed on Farcaster, you'll get a notification that you got it from the specific empire. So it's a social thing. So there we go. We've successfully airdropped this. So now we're going to go, you can share on X. We're going to go share back on Farcaster. This is one of the reasons Farcaster works so well, because you can, it has this integration with onchain and with the social. Oh, by the way, Coinbase Wallet is integrating Farcaster, and the social graph into the new Coinbase Wallet. So in the new Coinbase Wallet, you'll have this whole social experience, the social layer, mini apps and everything. So whoever this wallet is, they just got themselves a base to dick butt.
They just got themselves a dick in the butt.
So we're gonna cast that out. Okay, now I'm going to go back to.
Laura wants to know how long it should take to pick up the boosters. I'm not quite sure how that's phrased, but.
Well, okay, so boosters you can pick up anytime, and once you pick them up, they're active. And if you've picked it up and it's not showing, just hit refresh. You refresh the page and it'll show you're holding it. And what I need to do as the person managing the empire is, before I take another action, like, you know what, we're going to do, what do you want to do, like a $200 distribution to the leaderboard?
Sure.
Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
I'm gonna refresh it one more time. Oh, someone else just refreshed it. So here's the thing: anyone can hit refresh, and it'll refresh the leaderboard. So, but we have a cooldown so that there's not too many requests being sent. So because someone refreshed it less than 30 seconds ago, I'm actually going to do the distribution now. So we're going to go to distribute, and we're going to evenly split. We're going to evenly split. You know what? Let's do $300 worth. Actually, you know what? Here's a new thing that we launched with the V2. You can select the token that you're distributing, what you're distributing. So we're going to come up here. We're not going to distribute WETH. We're going to distribute Pangea. We're going to distribute Pangea because this is going to increase. This is going to give value to anyone who's holding Pangea anyone who believes in this project over time, right now you're going to get some more to hold. It's going to move you up
I'll
the
give him a
board.
buck each at least.
Okay, so there we
you
go. So we're going to send that out. Now, one fun thing about this as well is because we're distributing Pangea, which is the token of this project, because the project gets revenue, it gets tokens back based on volume. We distribute this. You're going to get you're rewarding the holders. Oh yeah, see that? Sent notifications to 34 recipients with Farcaster accounts.
Nice.
So now we've got at least 34 people who are holding who have Farcaster accounts. So now we're going to go to share, and I'm going to pop open my Farcaster screen here. And here you get the list. I just distributed this to the Pangea Empire. I want to say to Mike S. Miller's Pangea Empire. You know what? Let's also drop in a visual. Let's go with this one that I'll be updating the Twitter with. There we go. Roll to Pangea. And you can see here it's tagged in. So this is going, down the leaderboard based on position. And nice. There's Dish. That's Jack Dishman, the head of Clanker, who was on board earlier on the show. Yeah, and so here you can see now we've got more distribution. 355 burned. What's in the balance? And we're going to make it so. Now with Farcaster, only the first 10 people that you tagged will be active. Will get notified or could see it. The rest are just mentioned in there. Toby Hawk with Betterment. Okay, so we distributed, and so you can see these people will see, including myself. Sausage Dad up top. Sausage Dad has a great empire, building some cool mini games on Farcade. There's so much happening with Farcaster and the base environment with creators and builders. It's awesome. All right. Again, so this is one of the customs that Mike did. This is one of the heroes of Pangea. This is the Glanker, the builder. This is a hero Pangea, the Air Berserker. There's 100 available. If you want to get one of those, right now we're making, I guess, 6 more available. The first 10, Mike will be drawing those, and I'll be contacting people about that. You need to. Oh yeah, here's a notification. See, Mike?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Pangea Empire Distribution, and one more from Empire Builder. So I can click on that and I can see that I just received $1.36 from Pangea. I'm at 31st current rank. All time I've received 136. And then Neon Club by Cronist, another Empire that I'm in. I received $1.41 from them because I'm third there, and I've received 526 over time from them. So that's how Empire notifications work. And right below we have the dude who's celebrating. There we are. The dude is a good dude. Okay, these are. I'm looking at my notifications. Okay, I was trying to find the post I made where people can get commissions. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I'll share this link in the. Okay, so we're going to check the timestamps. MVR is in for one. And Push, I guess he's not in. And they're not in. They're just still broke. Floor is going in. I am following Floor, so I can contact and talk with Floor. Dimda is in. I'm going to follow Dimda so that we can talk. Show more replies. These are the people in spam. Julius, this was you saying was in spam. Can't wait to see how they evolve. Yep. Boom. Following Julius. So with a better spin. And iSeeker. Oh, there's iSeeker. Yeah. Who was writing it. So there we go. So I've now followed everyone who's asked to be doing a commission. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gets us up to 9 commissions. So there's one more available. If the next person who says yes, please, will be picking up the 10th of the 100. It's available. It's gonna be 404, and I'll be following up with everybody who is on the list. I'll be following up tomorrow. Actually, no, I'll follow up with some now. Oh yeah, because I want to get the information to Mike so he can start drawing. Okay. Any other?
We'll see about today. I don't know about drawing today.
Oh yeah, you're not feeling so well. That's okay. I'll just pop up my warplet on. Okay. Yeah, that was unintentional. Matthew Fox couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, but let's have a quick look at Clankermon. Matthew is an incredible builder. So check this out, Mike. This is a mini app that he's built called Clankermon. You can come in here and you can train your Clankermon, your Babymon right now. So I'm going to train my Babymon, and you can buy swap in the app. Chapter 1's going to be dropping soon, where there's like dungeons and quests where you can earn and play. Look at the functionality of this is awesome. So this is just in the social feed. Again, this is just in the interface. So I've got 8 Clankermon incubated. Pretty soon they're going to, once chapter 1 happens, they're going to hatch into actual different token-based Clankermon. There's going to be a Glanker Clankermon, an Empire Builder Clankermon. And you can see in here activity. So you can see who all is doing stuff right now, who's all training. And you can actually, buy and sell and swap tokens. Whoa, hey, look, there we are. Glanker is up 17%. You know what? I guess the market cap at 128K, you could say that Empire Builder maybe is still a good deal. I'm not presenting any financial advice, but there we are. There's Glanker, which is also, by the way, why this guy's got a little antenna on top too. Okay.
You noticed.
Of course I noticed. You put such lovely details into everything. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about any of this? Because we've gone long here. Mike, do you have any questions about this?
Nothing I want to extend the period of this for. No, I just wish I was feeling better because I learned a lot today. It's funny. It's like when you have all the visuals and stuff, it's so much easier to grasp what you're saying than when I'm sitting there listening to you talk about this with just nothing. I'm just like,
I understand. So the one other you've been kind. One other, actually, let me show you 2 other features. Okay. Down here at the bottom of the leaderboard, you can export the whole leaderboard to a CSV. So you could take the list of your community ranked by their order. You can export it, and you could use that for like other tools if you want to drop stuff using other tools. If you want to, we're not tying people to the ecosystem. We're giving tools for people. If they're helpful, they'll use them, and may they grow, and it'll be beneficial for everybody. The other thing I'll show is this little rocket here.
I'll just answer this guy, wise guy. No, right now it's not. I haven't tied anything in with this yet. So,
what's the question?
Is the wallet that launched the token associated with Mike?
Oh, no, that's well, I'm the one who triggered the deployment.
Yeah, so
the token it's
right.
Yeah, the token itself was deployed by Clanker, but I triggered it and we'll attach it. We'll get you on there as a guardian.
Yeah.
Now a great thing. So here's another great feature. Let me stop sharing my screen.
95 says, when more boosters?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
More boosters tomorrow. It is 9:25 p.m. here, and I've had a long day getting everything together and making a lot of visuals. I got to update. I'm going to update the Twitter. The official Twitter for the project, which used to be the Funky Monkey Frat House back in the day, is world_of_Pangea. Boom. Which right now has Blacklist Universe branding. because I was working on getting everything done for this call. Blacklist Universe online, on chain. Yeah. Okay. What was there? Oh, what I was going to say is that the great thing about the treasuries, another reason we made it the way it is that the only way people extract from the treasury is by distributing outwards, and you can only distribute to a minimum of 10, the top 10. So even if you like took rewards in there and you showed the money in there, you can't just suck that off to yourself. Like you've got to put that out. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a bad clip, bad audio right there. You're a berserker. Mike S. Miller.
You're
Two
talking
wild and crazy guys. So
a little less today.
Under the weather. Well,
timing, man, because I'm supposed to go to North Carolina on Thursday. I'm like, freaking, I hope this clears up. But my wife's been sick for a week.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. Tomorrow I'll get more information out and a roundup of all these different things. If you have questions, on Farcaster, you can write and comment on stuff I've written there. You can go to Glanker, at Glanker Empire is our Twitter. You can write there, and we'll be following up. Whew. And yeah, there was something else I thought I was going to say, but I forgot what it was. Okay, well, so you know what? If you are a creator, builder, or founder, if you're interested in doing anything like this for your own project, that's what we built Empire Builder for. Contact us reach out on Farcaster on Twitter. We've got a Discord. You can go and write in there. We help. We have resources for people who want to build out and use these tools to go from dream to empire.
There you go. It's a safer, less casino way to launch a token. Right?
Well, and actually, yeah. What I was going to say is that when you look at how it's structured, people there's no promise of gain. There's nothing that's like security like. What you're doing is you're using these tools to distribute tokens and rewards to community members who are participating, who are helping with marketing, who are helping with any of this kind of stuff. But basically, when you if you use Commissioner going forward, the Atelier, if you are doing NFT collections, if you're doing gamification, you can roll those tokens and value into your treasury, and you can distribute through that to reward your key holders. And you can, Rodeo NFT. Mike, I'm gonna show you this. I'll show you this in another day. Hey, there we go. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
I have more. So here's another thing we could do, and we will do, is create a special NFT that is so just like we have the launch day badges that cost $3 that you can get through the Farcaster mini app. If that's up and working, I'll check and see if Ghost has written me. Basically, okay, the dude's minted some. Okay, so the mini app swap. Okay, you know what? The mini app swap is working right now. So we're gonna go, and before we go, Mike, thank you for your sick patience. I'm gonna screen share. We're gonna mint one, and we're gonna make it a booster, like everyone was asking for. This is a nicer time than okay, here we go. You can see there. Let's close this. I'm going to have to find, I'm going to go. Okay, so I'm going to go to my mini apps because I added it. Where's your mini app, Mike? There it is. World of Pangea. Can you hear me? My computer's slow.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. My computer has slowed down. I got to wait for the screen to catch up to me. I got the spinning wheel. There we go.
Dude, my brain is a spinning wheel right now.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I have too many tabs open. Okay. So I'm going to go to the NFT gallery. There we go. Here's the featured World of Pangea by Mike S. Miller. Pangea launch token, $3. I'm going to purchase it. There's my Warpcast transaction. You know, I realized I'm buying it and it's going to be in my, we're hitting hiccups. I'm actually, because I'm buying it through my Warpcast wallet. Yeah, it's probably, sorry, Ghost. It's having some hiccups right now.
Might have to
I'm going
adjust
to,
the kerning on that thing.
what's up?
So I have to adjust the kerning on the World of Pangea. The top's not centered.
Yeah,
My
well,
anal retention is clenching.
that's okay. I had a short time frame to build a lot of stuff there, and you're under the weather, so you can tidy things up later. Except that one's already minted as an NFT, so tough luck. All right, okay.
It'll be the
any other
misprinted. It'll be the like
right.
the classic misprinted coins, right?
Does,
right.
So,
Then they,
the dude or Push, if someone wants to send me the contract address for that NFT, I will make it a booster. Mind you, we already did the distribution, so you know what, I can do it tomorrow. I will be making it a booster, and it'll be $3, and it'll be a 3x booster. There's only going to be 1,000 of them available, so, and that's going to be a 3x booster forever on the Empire. So all I'm saying is that as things go and grow,
cheap boost.
maybe not a bad choice.
Very cheap boost. So
Mike, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, the customs, that's going to be is it going to be its own like mini app, or what? How's the customs?
We're gonna have our own commissioning mini app.
Okay.
And yeah, so we're gonna have our own custom, the own commissioning mini app, and we will set that up, and I'll let people know once that's live. We might be able to weave it in to somehow connect with the other app, but we'll figure out that interfacing, because Ghost built the World of Pangea mini app, and DTech and Samuel we're working on the commissioning one.
Okay.
Which
cool.
Right now is going to be for you, but we're actually going to make it more infrastructural so that anyone can use it.
All right. Sounds good. Well, that's all I got. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
That sounds good. I'm also going to go to sleep. And all right.
No, dude, I swear I woke up like every hour since like probably five or six. It was just like every hour I was like waking up and thinking about this actually. I'm like, did I set my alarm? Is my alarm on? It's like, I just had the worst night's sleep ever. So anyways, sorry everyone. I wish I was more ebullient like I normally am, but I leave the ebullience to Jordan today.
Well, you know, it'll happen. I think
It
that
doesn't come naturally to him. He's just,
I'm a very dour individual, Mike. Now we're just hanging out like old times. If anyone has any questions, ask in the YouTube chat, because we are going to wrap this up momentarily.
yeah.
I am going to share this. Let's see. I have a possible suspect. Aha! World of Pangea badges. Oh, baby. Okay, but I need to get the, well, it's probably number one. Ooh, it might not Okay, I'm gonna figure out the adding. I gotta get the right contract address and look at that before I just add something random into there as a booster.
Yeah, guys, make sure you have the right contract addresses because there's people faking it already.
Yeah. So the great thing is, if you come to Pangea Empire right here, the token address is right up top here. You can click on that, and boom, it's copied the right address. So if you don't want to use the swap, it's the swap that's in here. You can just click there and make it happen. You know what? Let's. You know what? So here, let's do a gig bot. Let's do a gig.
What's
So-
a gig bot?
So Gigbot is a very cool project built on Base by Corbin. And basically you can, so it's on-chain, again, trustless automation, and you can set up gigs, and other users have created accounts, and they will see gigs to be paid to do different on-chain actions. So right now I'm going to, let's see, so what are we at here? Oh yeah, that's just like 1 million to complete a gig. Okay, so create a buy gig on Gigbot to increase the number of Pangea holders and discover new community members. So right now we're going to pay out, we're putting this much. Okay, let's see, what is that? That's I'm tired and it's late. That's 1 million. So let's make 10 million Pangea that from what I bought. We're going to run it for 3 days. We're going to create the gig. Now it's going to pop up this Gigbot interface here. It's thinking. It is. Oh, I got to sign in. Awkward. Oh man, where's my phone? You know, this was supposed to be smooth. It's a good thing I totally practiced this ahead of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, so one of the things that happens between desktop and mobile is occasionally when you're going to connect on desktop, it's going to actually push back to your mobile device to make sure that you are in control of your, you know, it's not someone else doing something weird and wacky. Okay, so you know what I think?
Ooh,
I think because I was
iSeekers up
because I was
a leaderboard.
Because I was logged out, I'm going to, what am I sharing? I'm in the show. I'm going to do that again now that I'm logged in. So this is an example of how we are always looking to incorporate, partner with different projects, different tools that we vet. So Gigbot is one of those. We'll give this another, see, is it going to remember now? Oh yeah, now it's at 10 million. Okay, so now I'm going to do this again. Share this tab. That is not working. So I'm going to talk to Corbin about it. There's more than one way to do this. Okay, let's go. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna call it a day. But
You're going to call it a day. All right. Well, you know, it's thank you to everyone for being here. Oh, token ID 0. Thank you, 9 to 5 sucks. Okay, you know what? Let's go put the booster in. I'm sorry, Mike. You're going to have to stay up just a little bit longer. Okay. So floor.eth sent me the address for the token for the NFT. I'm now going to go back to the Empire. We're going to wrap up on a high note here. So yeah, so we're going to see it. So we're going to add a booster. We're going to, NFT is selected, base is selected. We're going to add the contract address. It's going to find the collection here. So right now, anyone who has anything in that collection would get the booster. If we go here, we add in the token ID 0. Now it's going to be specifically the that other NFT, the $3 one Farcaster exclusive. We could add a custom link here to go to where people can mint right now. So that's going to be worldofpangea.io. Right now, you need to be on Farcaster to do it. But we're going to take that and where are we sharing from? Too many tabs. Okay. So now I'm going to add custom link here. And now it's going to send people right to there if they click on it. And we're going to give that a 3 multiplier. Let's go to 3.3. So anyone who's minting that is going to get a 3.3x on the leaderboard. I'm now confirming it through wallet transactions. Okay, so now I don't have one in my wallet and it's been added. I'm going to refresh the screen. I still don't have it because I didn't mint it. So I'm not going to get that boost, but basically that's now in place and we need to wait the 30 seconds to refresh. And then we'll do a little distribution. Oh, there we go. There's the refresh. So it's happening. So anyone who's minted this now is going to get that. So now I'm going to click refresh. And here we go. So, okay, so look, iSeeker is now in first with 4.8 with the 4.8 boost. Well done. So you can see that, they have less tokens than the person in second, but because they have the booster, they have 4.8. Look at Floor. Oh man, Floor is up at 6.8. And Floor also has ordered one of your commissions.
Nice.
So that's going to be a 5.
Win.
That's going to be a 5x more, right? So then all of a sudden it's going to be an 11x. So we're going to multiply. We're going to add 5x to the base. They could jump into first. So you really are incentivizing and rewarding the people who are participating.
Well, that leaderboard's going to be in constant flux.
Yeah. So you always want it. So you're going to refresh and again, there's so many other tools. We're gonna get you set up on Farcaster. We're gonna get your channel in place, and we're gonna start rolling out the marketing strategy. Because one of the things you can do with your videos, the GIF videos, potentially, and other stuff, is drop them as rodeo NFTs and make them into boosters. But we'll decide if we're gonna do that or not. I'll tell you about rodeo later.
All right.
Let's claim rewards.
And before
let's claim rewards one more time.
Talk about something else. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up.
Thank you.
Because he'll never stop. He will never.
I do. It's the yerba mate. It's powering me to the future.
Anyways,
okay.
Thanks, everybody. God
Thank
bless
you.
everybody. And
let me
Jordan, how are people going to follow you?
Where?
Exactly.
Where are they gonna follow me? I'm in Con right now. If anyone's going to ECC,
I meant social media. I didn't mean follow you down the
I was
street.
just gonna say, if anyone's going to ECC or Con Lions, drop me a message on Farcaster. We can potentially meet up, unless you're one of those people who likes to kidnap people in France. In which case, I'm far, far away. Okay, you can find me Yerberzerker on Twitter, on Farcaster. And you can follow Empire Builder. It's Glanker Empire on Twitter, and it's /Glanker on Farcaster. All right.
And he's yearberserker.base.eth on Twitter. I'll put it in the chat since you don't know what I just said.
I know what you just said. All right. Well,
no, they don't.
Here.
All right.
I'll get out of the way.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Empire Builder. Thanks, Mike. And World of Pangea. Just beginning, and a lot more to come.
Let's get going. All right. Bye, everybody.